In part 1 of my visit to Reel Rollers, we talked about the passionate people behind the business and a dream to build a turf park which has now become a reality. Today in part 2, we'll take a visit to ReelWorks, where they service over 5,000 reels each year, and we actually start up the experiments on the turf park. So we're back today for the actual action portion of the video, which is the fun part. So we're going to be doing a bunch of testing out here on this turf park. As you can see, there's quadrants already kind of marked here, so going to be trying some different things. So later on this summer when I come back, you'll be able to see side by side what happened with various different things. So the first thing that's going to happen today is we're going to be doing some scalping. So scalping is to remove all of this brown, dormant stuff that's been there all winter time. We're going to try to remove most of that all the way down to the soil, and then that's going to allow the sun to warm things up quicker. For warm season grasses, of course, I actually like the warm season, which would be nice for me because I've never really experienced that where it's 90 degrees outside and I could actually be happy about what my grass is doing. So today we're going to see how the mowers work, we're going to see how the scalping works, and show you that process.
I mean, it's still,
Yeah, it's really thick.
you're still like a, you know, ½ inch. It's just wet. So although it looks like we're hitting dirt, we're really not. It's still super tall.
So you think you can go any lower than that, or is that pretty close and then...
I think we're gonna do it all once, and we'll just come back and we'll drop one of them down just to see what happens if we go a little bit lower. We're not gonna do any damage to the grass, you know?
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt it if we went down to just dirt. And you can see right here, if you look,
Oh yeah.
you can see where they cut. You know, this was at a ½ inch. This is about a 3/8. This is about a ½ inch. And this was a ½ inch. So the two true cut and sharpens were ½ inch. You can see where they didn't cut.
Yep.
This guy was set down a lot lower. We want to try to match this and do it all once. Step back and see, do we hit dirt? And can we go lower?
Got it.
Yeah, I want to go until I hit dirt. So I think we'll drop it down. That's just deceiving.
Yeah, because it's the moisture in there.
Yeah, and I don't know how much lower it will let you go.
It's so thick compared to this, like
Right,
density-wise.
It's starting to hit. Right. Yeah.
See, that's too low.
Yeah.
If you step on this, you're on dirt.
Yep.
And that's right on.
All right, so here's where we're at so far. We've got a scalped section and a non-scalped section. And then we're gonna also split these two scalped ones into a scarifying or dethatching type process on this front side, and then not on the back side. So that's gonna give us some options to look at over time, what it looks like after spring green up, what it looks like overall here going into summer, and just see how everything does.
500 square feet. You know, this is a 2,000 square plot. So 2 passes on 500 square feet and this thing's full. Crazy.
Off to ReelWorks.
Here we go. Anthony.
Hey, come on in, guys.
What's going on?
How you doing?
ReelWorks has been in business since 1999, and now Anthony is at the helm making sure reels around the greater Southeast area are sharp and cutting perfectly when they leave the shop. They also sharpen my reels when I remove them from my Swordman, so it's awesome to visit them in person and see their hard work firsthand.
What kind of reels do you guys service? What brands? Is there any brands that you don't service?
There's not a brand that we won't service. There's not a brand that we will turn away. And we service and sharpen 5,000 plus reels a year. We have customers that come from like Tennessee, Alabama, the other side of Alabama. We got one customer that comes from the other side of Alabama, like the Mississippi line, all the way over here, North Carolina, South Carolina. We got one right there at the Florida line. But True Cuts are a major brand that we see here. Probably 80% of them that come through here are True Cuts. Then McLean, Trimmer.
These triplexes, where are they coming from? Usually golf courses or?
No, honestly, they're landscapers, and you'd be surprised at how many homeowners own these things too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, homeowners that are not so much like this guy right here. This guy is a landscaper and he does a lot of yards. So, but like we have homeowners that detail these things like cars.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
they
Cool.
come in looking like a freaking Mercedes sometimes, and
These are all the heads for the different.
yeah, those are the gang heads. I got one of my guys out right now delivering, and we actually do pick up and delivery probably about 100-mile radius of where we're at.
How many mowers do you think are in here right now? Let's go. Let's get. a
Oh
picture.
gosh, there's a good bit. I'd be scared to even think about how many we have, and it ain't even peak season yet.
Right, in the summertime, that's 8 rows, 10 rows, 15 rows like that.
That's just how many we have in the shop right now that we went through. In the summertime, that's a day's worth of work, and we're doing that every day. It's just packed. That's why we have a 3-day turnaround, because people are still coming in here and getting them. So they're not sitting in here very long. The only reason these have been sitting in here is because it's not season, and a lot of people brought them in early around January just to get them in here and get them done before the big rush.
So how many can you get done in a day during that?
How many can we get done in a day if we're all hopping it?
Yeah,
50, probably 50, 60.
it's a lot.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Are all these mowers, other than Swordman, are all of these relief?
Yes, every one of these are relief.
So when they're hitting metal on metal, you're wearing down both pieces. On the Swordman, when you're making contact, that softer aluminum type of metal
Yeah.
that the bed knife's made out of is the only thing that's really getting
It's getting
worn
pushed
down.
away. Yeah.
The reel itself is still maintaining a pretty good
It is,
edge.
especially now with it going to that 4mm. It's really stout. This is a relief grinder. Okay, all these knobs and stuff right here, they all mean something. So it's not like
They all mean something.
they all mean something. I'm gonna raise this arm up. I'm trying to get this all as level as I can to this bar right here across, okay, to get that centered up. So if I was just start grinding, I'm gonna get an edge, okay, but my edge may be like this. All right, I want to get a true edge all the way across. So with me doing that, I have to go across with this level. Tweak it until you get it right. Once he gets it right, this is a manually operated grinder. So he would go back and forth, and he would do his manual tweaking right here and right here. So if I wanted to put a real stout relief on it, I'd wind it out. If I wanted to put like a really like flat, I'd pull it back in.
So what you're saying is it's not as easy as just putting it up there and running something across it.
Hell no. This is our spin grinder. Took me a little while to actually get this thing like the way I wanted it, because honestly, nobody messes with this because I'm the one that does Swordmans, all right? I have my Swordman markings here, and I have my Swordman markings here. This is actually something that me and Steve came up with. Steve's a mad scientist anyway, that's my father-in-law. He came up with a rig to where when I came up with the markings that we could actually spin this from here at the front end of the Swordman, then hook it to the back to where that bed knife was holding at the actual angle that I needed to get that flat 90-degree angle off this rock every time consistently.
All right, so we got a new Swordman reel in.
Yep.
So when you order a reel cartridge service, you're gonna get a UPS label. You're gonna put the reel cartridge in the box. It actually is being shipped directly here to ReelWorks. And these guys have a designated machine. Anthony's the one who owns the shop, and I was also the caretaker of the sharpening on the swordmans.
To the swordmans.
So they've made this custom grinder, you could say, with some different mounts and pieces, so they can really true these in.
All right. Your finger.
The one that's got arthritis.
You still got it.
That is crazy.
Yep.
He said, yep.
Yep.
Now it makes sense why there's paper all over the place.
That's how you test it.
And this is, I want to see what that is. Oh man, you feel it. It's just barely touching.
Yep. Yep.
It sounded like it was touching a whole lot more than it was.
Yeah. And once you take it out, that's why I'm saying it sounds like it's like a buzzsaw.
Right.
But when I test it, it's like I don't know what it does. I don't know what happens to it while it's engaged.
Yeah.
But like when you take it out, it's like I can sit here and shake it like a briefcase, and it's like
This is me.
yeah, it's like
It's perfect.
yeah,
I mean, it's the way it's supposed to be.
and it's like streamlined, like supposed to be grass.
If you're in the market for a reel mower or you need a roller for the mower that you already have, definitely check out Reel Rollers, and while you're there, make sure you also sign up for the contest that's going on right now as well. Also, the soil test came back for the turf park, and I'm going to be on the All Pro Turf Show this week. Matt Martin, my co-host for the Turfcast podcast, Ryan DeMay, and Ray Greendock will be on there, and we'll be talking about the soil test, and also we'll be talking about a program going forward at the turf park this year. So if you're a warm season person, or if you're just anyone really interested in a program for the season and looking at a soil test and kind of building something off of that, you'll definitely want to check out this show this Thursday, April 8th. So I hope to see you there. Next time I'll be in Georgia will be in the summer. We'll be looking at what happened here with our spring experiments, what kind of things have been applied after that, and what kind of results have we been seeing from those as well. And then we'll be doing some top dressing and leveling of all these plots here, because that needs to be done so we can have even more fun with these reel mowers. So I hope you'll stay tuned for the rest of this series here. It's coming throughout the season. Thanks so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time.
I thought you were mowing with it.
I do. I mow paper.
Well, I'm gonna take this back.
This thing, man, works great. You can't take this back. You gotta give me something to.
Well, you don't like my height adjustment.
No, don't mess with the height adjustment. You know, the way the thing works is up high.
Medium, I would say.
Okay, what kind of grass have you got?
The stuff I'm trying to add in there a little bit more is like a Kentucky bluegrass.
It's interesting. Do you watch any YouTube videos?
Yeah, I watch Ryan Knorr a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, I've got him right here if you want to talk to him and get a suggestion from him.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Right, that'd be cool.
Yeah, sure thing.
Hey, how's it going? It's Ryan.
Hey, pretty good. It's crazy. I can't believe I'm talking to you. I watch a ton of your YouTube content. It's awesome. I know that it's a tremendous amount of hard work, and I think you do a great job on there.
Well, thank you very much. It was good talking to you today, for sure.
Yeah, likewise.
All right, we'll see ya.